Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you some bottles that I altered, or jars. I think these are called Kilner jars. My mum gave them to me. They have loose glass lids, and after watching Juliana's video, which is ILuvVintageScrap, where she decorated some really beautiful shaped bottles, I decided to have a go because I'd got lots of little trinkets that I picked up in the sales, cameos from jewellery and stuff like that. So I thought if I decorate them up, then I can use them. So anyway, if I start with this one, on all of them I've backed them with this Hessian. Like the leaves here, I cut some leaves out that I got at a car boot sale when I went out with Sue Clark here on YouTube. So I've layered up 2 more layers of lace, and this trim, velvet trim, I got from Lineker, and just some rick-rack. And then, as I said, I cut some leaves out. Looks like that one could do with a bit of a trim. Another leaf down here. So these are the colour paper flowers that I keep in here, the creams with some beige and a bit of coral in them, the primer ones I've got. So I've put, a lot of them have got doilies underneath, and also the flowers, which Tricia, she'd done a tutorial on them. That's Little Shabby Chic. So a lot of them have those as well. And then I put this bit here, this trinket here from a necklace, and then added some seam binding. And then on the top here, I couldn't really do anything to the top because my other shelf is starts here. So there wasn't any point in me decorating this bit, so I've just added I painted the lids white and then added this crochet trim and, I can't think what this is called, this trim, so that's that one. And then the yellows, again the Hessian around the back, and threaded through. I guess this could do with a little bit bigger ribbon in there really, but and that's some more crochet trim, crochet lace I had in my stash, another doily, another flower, and then I've added some more. This is the doily that I got from a charity shop. Added some yellow fabric and this bit of jewellery and some seam binding. That's that one. And then the blue, again this came from, I think this was New Look in the sales. Again, more Hessian lace. I think this ribbon came from Lineker. And again a doily, a flower, another little doily. I think that came out, cut that out from a tablecloth. And then the seam binding as well. And then this is where I keep my greys, blacks and browns. So just some trim up the top, and then more laces around the edge. This is a velvet trim. And then I'd made this flower ages ago. I think I might have made it for my daughter for a hairband ages ago, but she didn't like it anymore, so feather. And then this came from a bracelet as well in the sales. So I'll just pause here while I get the others. Hang on, I'm back. These ones I keep my white flowers in, and again lace, Hessian, and a bigger doily. I think this one came from my mum, and then I made this flower out of lace. And then I'm not sure what type of crochet this is, so if anyone knows, I'd be interested. Someone did tell me once, but I've forgotten. And this came from New Look as well, so there you go, Angela, if you're watching. I've finally got round to using it. I've got another one somewhere, so I will use it eventually once I've finished hoarding it. And then I've got my green jar with, I think this is a little bit too bright really, but I've done it now. And then I probably did it to go with this actually. I found this green doily, so I thought I'd use that, and then another flower, and I just cut some leaves out of some other fabric I had, and again the same thing here. Backed it onto, this was an earring from car boot I think, backed it onto one of my flowers, and then the top here I just did several layers. I think it started off with some green, you can just see it peeking there, and then I added layers of lace, and then I just put this on top. Needed something else, and then this purple one, this I had in my stash, and again that sort of side, another doily, some trim, some lace here that I made into a little flower. This one here I think was from a tablecloth me and Sue bought off eBay. This flower I made with some scrap fabric, and this was one of my attempts at a rolled rose, and I just put two buttons in the middle, and I've included the stick pin. This I got from Fiona. And then the pink one, again more of that lace. These leaves I got in a square doily from a charity shop, and then I've just added another one of those doilies, another ruched flower from lace, and added some more lace trim here, and some seam binding, and another gem from, or cameo from New Look. And then I've got one more. This is the one I least like. I realised that I hadn't done this one, and I was looking for something to put on there, and that's one of my rolled roses, which I've just sprayed with. Can you tell? I need to go and scrub my hands now. Looks like I've been tangoed. That was with oh, what's the colour? It's a Tattered Angels ones. I'm not sure. If you want to know, just ask me and then I'll find out. But anyway, I layered these ones, several layers, crochet lace, some white lace and a bit more lacy trim here, and then a stick pin. I didn't have one with orange in it. Again, doily, another flower, so I put that there. But and then I put started off putting some organza trim under there. Then I added I think 3 layers of small lace there, and then I just put this around the edge here because I thought it kind of matched with that one. So there's 2 of those there like that, but I'm really not sure if I like this colour. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I hope you like what I've done, and please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you.